Now, what are you working on and what are you hoping to see tomorrow that's been different to the last few games?
Prepare the next game, what is Feyenoord, and try to beat them in the way we believe we can do it. I don't know another way. The same when we were able to win some games in a row, is thinking what's next, what do you have to do to beat them. It's the same.
I mean, you don't feel as though you need to fundamentally change anything within the team and the squad.
What should I change? What should I change?
Well, sometimes people react to losing.
If I should change in the first season and everyone asked to change, we will not win 7 Premier Leagues in 8 years. Impossible. Now I'm not going to change, although we believe the success we have and our big believers in the process and the fundamentals that we have to do. What you have to believe is that the players are injured, come back in the best form. The players that play a lot of minutes for the reason of injuries, some rest to come back, get one good result to change our mind, and believe completely deeply that when we are winning a lot, always I was thinking these two shall pass. And right now, these two shall pass too. So life, anything is eternal. So you're in a moment that we start to win again, that we were winning a lot of games, I was thinking we're going to lose games. It's unusual, yeah, right. So this team, basically because this team won a lot during many years. And that's why when that's happened, so it's for all of us, me first, what's happened, and of course we're thinking. But I think in this situation, you have to go more direct to our principles, don't change much, less than ever. You have to be certainty to the players that doing this is going to happen. Because at the end, we had 26 shoots against Spurs. We had more expecting goals than them. We create a lot of chances. The team create few during the season. But there are departments that we are not strong enough. And that's why when we lose balls in certain positions and when the transitions we don't win that duels, on the long balls we don't win that duels, or in one against one because they are stronger than us, we have to run. We have to run backwards because our 4 central defenders are not there and are not still ready because they were injured. And our main player for these transitions, the player Rodri, is not there. Because we can survive because with 4 central defenders, I put Manu and John holding midfielders, right? With Ruben behind, with Nathan, with Josko. We'll be stable, we'll be strong in that box, but we don't have it. I had to play with Gundo, he's attacking midfielder, our best guy to arrive into the box. But I had to play holding midfielder because the other holding midfielder is injured, it's Kova. It's another player can do it. And it has to be alongside to Rico to have us a lot of passes, a lot of control to do it. And when you happen, you have to adapt. And it's not because they want, it's not because they are soft, it's not because they don't want it, it's not because they are lazy, because we had 26 shoots on target. And clear chances. Clear ones in front of the keeper. Vicari was exceptional. But what do you have to do? Insist. Create more. 26 not enough? More. Try to concede less. And one day we're going to win a game. We're going our mind clear. It will be Tuesday tomorrow. I hope so. If not, next Sunday. If not, next. But the desire is there to change it, and we're going to try.
Hi, Pep. You talked about after the game against Tottenham that you're struggling a little to score goals at the moment in this run of form at the moment, and of course in the beginning of the season Erling was scoring a lot of the goals, and now that he's not finding the target so frequently as he did in the beginning of the season.
He finds the target. Sometimes the keeper save it. No, that's true. I know what you were talking about. Yeah. I would think the reason is not Erling. Without Erling, we'll be more trouble. But of course, our wingers, we have 4 or 5 wingers, so we have just one available. Of course, we lack the goals for that position, because maybe it's not his speciality, maybe because there are no wingers. The field was so productive the last seasons, but this season struggled in the beginning of the season for some niggles and injuries and everyone, and that make an influence. Of course, after Erling, you have Josko, John, Kova, our top scorers. That is not normal. So, we need more players and attacking midfielders. Kevin has been injured, 2 months. So that is the reality, and you have to adapt. Without them, you have to survive. You have to, as I said, create more chances and be in there. But we are lucky that we have Erling, you know that? And every game, have 3 or 4 chances to clear. And that makes me feel this is what I want my team, create to help him to be there. And one day he will score. we'll score 2 or 3 like I've done since 3 years ago, right?
But does it feel like in this situation that you're a little too dependent on Erling scoring the goals if you are going to get goals at all in this moment?
Tell me one team with Erling should play will not be depending.
Good point.
Yeah, fair enough, I would say.
Richard?
Norway is depending from Erling to score goals or not? With Sorloth as well, I know, but yeah, okay.
Hi, Pep. You mentioned the other day that the squad had 12 players in it who are 29 or over. 5 who are 30 or over started the other day against Tottenham. Now, clearly these players have done great things for you and for the team. Does there come a point where there's a danger that the team is getting a bit too old?
No, it depends on the performance. There are players who are 30 and more than 30 and perform incredibly well. It depends on that. So there are players with 23 that perform not good. So it depends on the performance. I don't see the age. We have the reality. But I think all the teams have players with certain ages and the other one youngest. But the analysis is not, from my point of view right now, is for the fact that we are not getting results because we have the 12 players. Because few months ago, they were the same age. They won the Premier League, FA Cup final, and we lost a competition qualifying against Real Madrid, performing maybe in our best. So it's not, I would say, big difference.
So when you're sort of analysing things and you've given some of the reasons, it's...
At the end of the season, yeah. At the end of the season, during the season, I analyzed, I said, okay. We see, always depend the performance. I said before, I'm here because I'm here, but if I don't perform well, I will not be here. So here you have to, our standards are there, you have to continue to be there. And of course you can drop. Tell me one team in the world that cannot drop a little bit after, being beyond exceptional for many, many years. I'm sorry, I wanted to defend what we have done because I know these guys. I don't want to. A few times, maybe never. I never blame one player here. I had to tell them the reality is they are not stupid. They know exactly our reality, but I'm not here to say the reason why is this or this one. There are a lot of factors, minimum factors that make an influence. I will diagnose it. I will be able to make a diagnosis that said the reason why is this reason. I would take it. I would take it immediately. But it's not about that. It's not as simple as that. So there are many, many factors. And now the most important thing is not the tactics, it's the, okay, you have to win a game in terms of desire, and after what happened, everything will be, will be better.
Just following on from what you're saying there, to win and keep winning and win as much as these players have done isn't normal. There's a lot of players that can't do that. And there'll come a point where, I'm sure you asked that, can they keep doing, do they have that desire and motivation to continually keep, pushing themselves? And I think you often say in the past that you need to see season that my players still have that. Do you sense with some of them that there is, even if it's just a tiny bit, there's been that little, they've won
now
so
it's
much?
Easy. Now it's easy to say because you lost five games and say, now we decrease. It's easy for the manager to blame, the other mentality is not there and they don't want it. It's because we don't run. I don't believe in that. I don't. So I learned from my period when these kind of situations become, don't try to make analysis. So because we'll be wrong. Sometimes in my experience, a manager in defeat, I shout to the team after the game, and after that, day after, or that night, right after the game, or early morning with my coffee, I say, why you talk with the play? Why should I say that? So relax. So I have to be more, have to be cold, to see not the performance, to see arriving time, how they care, how they are here, what they do for the team. There are many, many, many things. It's not for the we win or we lose, and that is not about. I would say it's quite normal after, again, because what happened in the past make an influence in our lives, right? In the right moment. And we won a lot. In the beginning of the season, the influence can be, but in the beginning of the season, we're top of the league. Still, we are second. If we start to lose games or continue to lose games again, we'll finish 8th or 9th in the table because it's so tight. But what will happen? We are second in the table. Of course, one team is performing incredible in terms of results, and that's why they take a gap right now. But still, we are there. But it's not about that. It's not about the results. It's not about, of course, it's at the end. But right now, it's about the performance in the beginning of the season was really, really good. Except Bournemouth game, I said many times, the other games we perform well. But we are not consistent enough. We are not solid in every aspect. From my point of view, maybe I'm wrong, for the incredible amount of absence. So with just one, you can handle it too, but there's a lot in an important position. I said, now John Stones, for example, now I can play 45 minutes. But after 1 week, 10